What's goes happening, everybody? It's your boy Ferris Muthana, and welcome to another special edition of Good Friends, Better Rivals. You know how we do. We talk NFC East, New York Giants, Cowboys, and our boys both came off of victories back-to-back weeks. So we're on fire. Both teams are hitting on all cylinders. But
Wait,
I'm not
what?
talking.
We're both what?
We're both on fire, man. It's 2 in a row for me, 2 in a row for
We're
you.
both.
Yeah, man, we're on
I mean,
a winning
I
streak.
wouldn't call I wouldn't call what the Giants are doing as on fire. I mean,
And
it's
the
two in
guy
a
you
row,
just
but I
heard,
mean, come
everyone,
on.
is my co-host, NFL Caleb 22, the biggest hater on the block.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying. I mean,
The 2 in a row,
fire,
man.
really?
We've won 2 in a row.
Okay, but still, I mean, have you seen the game? Did you watch the games? Because
I've watched the
there's
games of
no fire
victories.
going on.
Hey, man, a victory is
There
a
was no
victory.
fire. There was no fire.
There
Absolutely no fire in those games.
There was fire in the Commanders game. We forced 6 turnovers, dropped
No, there
31
wasn't.
points.
No, there wasn't. No,
We had 30 points in that game.
A lot of bad stuff. That's true. I mean, DeVito was fire in that game, but otherwise,
Paisan. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tommy DeVito. But let's get right into it, man. It's probably gonna be a quick show. There's not really much to talk about, and I'm not really previewing anything next week because we're on the bye week. So let's at least win the bye week because people. I always say this, Caleb. You can lose a bye week too, because crazy stuff can happen in a bye week. You can get your players can get injured. Stuff can happen that can be detrimental to the team. It happens all the time. So last year we had a horrible bye week. Xavier McKinney broke his hand in Mexico in an ATV accident. So this year, let's see if we can win the bye week. No injuries. Very, very I should hear nothing. But there is a big story coming out of New York. But let's get right into what happened last night, though. It was Thursday Night Football. It was Dallas. It was Seattle.
Last night instead of last week.
Yeah, no, because why last week?
Your game was last week. So
okay, yeah, you're right.
What happened first?
Yes, let's do mine. Okay, it was Giants Patriots. It was the toilet bowl. It was one of the many toilet bowls that's going to happen this year. When I watched the game, it clearly stated that neither one of these teams wanted to win this game. Neither team wanted to win the game. Both teams are in tank mode. No one wants to outright say it because we don't tank. But we're tanking. Same thing with the Patriots. They're tanking. You know why Bill Belichick's the greatest coach of all time, Caleb?
Why?
That man knows how to win. No. That man knows how to win, and he knows how to lose.
I mean, majorly because Tom Brady.
Well, I love how people keep talking about that, but forget that the first three Super Bowls were all because of the defense. So is that we're just gonna forget about that?
Even before Tom Brady, he wasn't a good coach.
No, he was a good coach. He just didn't have a quarterback.
He had Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Caleb. Drew Bledsoe. Do you not know when he was in New England, fool?
Yeah, Drew Bledsoe won the went to the Super Bowl with Bill Parcells as his coach. Yeah, Bill Belichick could not do the same.
Because Bill Belichick's first year was
tools and better defense.
No, listen, bro. You've forgotten history. The first year in New England was 2000.
Yes.
Drew Bledsoe got hurt in 2000. So he did have Drew Bledsoe.
No, he got hurt in 2001.
No, it was 2000.
Brady didn't play in 2000.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. He didn't play till the second year.
Yes, he did. That's why he played 22 years in the NFL. It was 2000.
He played 22 years. He was drafted in 2000, but he didn't play until the year 2001, which that's when Bledsoe got hurt. When Belichick had Bledsoe prior to that, they did not do anything.
This is the argument we're going to have right now. When Tom Brady started playing. All right. That's what we're doing.
He started playing in 2001.
Tom Brady, 2000.
Drafted in the year 2000. Started playing in 2001.
Yeah, he played 23 seasons. 23
Yes.
seasons in the NFL.
Yes.
He played in 2000.
He did not play in 2000.
Yes,
He
he
was
did.
a
There's a
backup in
game.
2000.
There's a game right here. It's one game. He had three. He was
one game. He played one game.
Played one game. See, I was right. I was right.
Game.
I was right. He did play in 2000.
Fantastic.
I was correct.
He played
I was
one
right.
game.
Hey, I was still
Drew
right.
Bledsoe was the quarterback when Bill Belichick was coaching them, and they did nothing when Bill Parcells took that team to a Super Bowl, and Bill Belichick had a better defense with his crew. That's why Tom Brady took them to the Super Bowl, because it was majorly on Brady and not Belichick. But go on.
Well, Bill Belichick also went 11-5 with Matt Castle.
That's great. Did they make the playoffs?
No, they actually didn't. They actually missed the playoffs, which was crazy.
No, they didn't.
They missed the playoffs, I think.
Playoffs. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, now you know that you need a great coach and a great quarterback. Duh, everyone has known this. Common sense. That's why the Cowboys haven't won anything in 20 some odd years.
Yes, I agree.
No good coach, no good quarterback.
I agree.
So there's that. And that's why the Giants haven't done anything either. We lost our good we fired our good coach. See, boom. Drew Bledsoe won them the AFC Championship there to get them to the Super Bowl. So boom in your face, Caleb.
That was under Bill Parcells.
No, that was under. He just said that, dude. It was the 2001 one.
Yes,
I was under Bill Belichick.
No, Belichick under Tom Brady won the Super Bowl in 2001.
Yeah, but the AFC Championship game was Drew Bledsoe, because I think Tom got hurt
in '97 under Bill Parcells.
No, he's talking about 2001.
Bledsoe didn't win anything in 2001.
That's what Tony's saying. He won the AFC Championship in 2001.
Oh, in the championship game, yes, he won the championship game.
That's literally what I just said.
Okay.
God, you open your ears. I know you got big ears. Use them.
Your ears. How do I have big ears? They're not sticking out at all.
That's a good point. All right. Back to the Giants. Why are we talking about the Patriots? What is wrong with you? All right.
I don't know. You're making some stupid point.
No, I was saying that you're just trying to push your anti-Bill Belichick agenda. Like, it was only because of Tom Brady that they won.
Oh yeah. My anti-Bill Belichick agenda.
Yeah, that's fine. You can push it. I really don't care. But you interrupted me talking about my Giants. I don't like that.
He was a Giants, so I get why you defend him, because he was the Giants coach. But
he should have been the Giants head coach. You know what? Bill Parcells screwed us.
No, we don't have to get into it. We're gonna move forward.
Yeah, it's all right. Fine. All right. So the Giants beat the Patriots 10-7. No team wanted to win the game. Both teams wanted to lose it. Shout out to the Rogue Pod. Hello. Shout out to the homie Leo. What's up? Shout out to the homie Adelia. How you doing? But yeah, no one wanted to win this game. Isaiah Hodgins got the touchdown. We kicked the field goal. Then they scored in the third quarter to go up there. They benched Mac Jones after a horrible first half. Our defense showed up. They feasted on bad offenses, like the Cowboys did early on in the season. And that's what's going on with this one. Bobby Okereke had an interception. Xavier McKinney had an interception. Jihad Ward had 1.5 sacks, which is crazy to me because Jihad Ward doesn't get a lot of sacks. Kayvon Thibodeau got a half a sack, which brings up his total to 11.5 or 11 this year, which is tied for 5th, I think. He's tied for 5th. So he's in the top 5. He's tied for 5th, which is a great thing to see because, shout out to the Rogue Pod. They do a lot of Ravens content. They told me about Wink Martindale and how.
And a lot of hating. They do a lot of hating over there.
You can call them haters. In Wink Martindale's defense, edge rushers don't get double-digit sacks. They're not really prioritized. No one really cares about them. No one really thinks they'll get double-digit sacks. The exotic blitzes, the blitzer off the edge, the blitzer coming from the linebacking core, the third or fourth corner, flipping, going through a gap. It happens. So the edge rushers don't really get sacks. But Kayvon Thibodeau has done something that no other edge rusher has done in Wink Martindale's defense. Get double-digit sacks. Imagine if he was told to be a defensive end all the time. He'd probably have more. And he's doing what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to dominating. He dominates weaker offensive lines. edge rushers against good offensive lines can disappear, can, you know, evaporate because offenses, they get the ball out very quickly. You can't really touch receivers, so timing is really key. And sometimes you really don't see the edge rusher's impact because, you know, to Caleb, Michael Parsons was killing it prior to the Niners game, was killing it. He was feasting on these bad offensive lines. He was feasting on bad offenses. And then when he went against Trent Williams, he kind of poof, gone. Vamonos. It happens. It happens in the modern day NFL. You can't win them all. But you're supposed to dominate the ones you're supposed to dominate. Kayvon dominated the Jets offensive line. Wasn't really good. So he kind of struggled against the Dallas offensive line. No matter how many injuries they got, they're still a pretty good offensive line. The Tyron Smith, that 6'8" mammoth of a man, got Zach Martin, Taylor Biotish. We talked about how good the offensive line was in the offseason. Tyler Smith, the rookie, coming to his own. So he kind of struggled against them. But against the Patriots, who are a bad offense, not a very good offensive line, and just overall incompetent on that side, he showed good run defending. Jihad Ward played very well, and the linebackers keep showing up. It was all about the defense. The offense, nothing. They did nothing. You can't really talk about what did they do? Nothing, man. They won 10-7. They scored a touchdown early, I believe, in the first quarter. The second quarter, they scored in the second quarter, and then it was just bad offense. That's what it was. Wasn't nothing to write home about. Because the biggest story was actually
Jalen Hyland finally showed up.
Jalen Hyde. Well, that's a great story. Thank you. If they finally passing the ball deep. He had 5 catches for 109 yards. Showed you what he's capable of. 5 catches, 109. Boom, like that. You want 100? Give me 5 catches. And I think only had 8 targets. I think it's 7 or 8 targets. So 5 out of 8 with 109. He looked phenomenal. I quite enjoy him. Abused J.C. Jackson and I think Jonathan Jones as well. Isaiah Hodgins gave Jonathan Jones a mad stiff arm for that touchdown. And then, because they have good defensive backs, Jonathan Jones, J.C. Jackson, Kyle Duggar. They're pretty good. Jamie Gillen looked kind of competent in the punting game because we punted a lot. But yeah, man, the biggest story was actually off the field. Before the game on Sunday, Jay Glazer, who's a very reputable reporter, he knows this stuff. He's the one who said they're going to trade Odell Beckham Jr. And everyone was like, liar. That's never going to happen. We just signed him. And then literally two weeks later, he gets sent to Cleveland. So he knows. Well, the biggest story coming out was Wink Martindale and Brian Daboll have tension. And they're butting heads. And they're not liking each other. They're disagreeing. And I think it's probably slightly true because of Jay Glazer and he knows the peoples. Because here's the thing about Jay Glazer. Let's say someone wants to give something to Jay Glazer, kind of because the Giants did this during the draft where they told somebody in the building something, right? And that thing got leaked to the media. And then after the draft, they fired 8 people because they were kind of doing it like a who here is trustworthy type thing. And they fired 8 people. I think if Jay Glazer is too smart to be oh yeah, this is a story where someone's trying to fire somebody, or this story is because he'll just be this is a non-story. You're just trying to use me to find out who's a rat in your organization. I'm not doing that nonsense. So I'm out. So him reporting on this means there's actual friction between them. There's probably friction. They probably got into arguments. I think Wink Martindale is justified in his anger because he's because I think the story is he's saying yo man, our defense is showing up, yo, come on, get y'all offense, get it up. Like, what's going on with the offense? Because the reason we're giving up these 40,
a lot
50
of
point
talent
games
on
to
the
great offense.
offense.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right. But so
you can say that. I mean, look what he's working with.
yeah, so that's why I think I get where Wink's talking about, but we ain't got no talent on this side, bro. All the talent is on the other side. Literally, all the talent is on the defensive side. On the offensive side, there is Andrew Thomas, Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hyatt, and Darren Waller's injured, so he's not on the other side. And then all the other talents on the other side, Bobby Okereke, Micah McFadden, Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence, Xavier McKinney, the rookie corner Deontay Banks, like all the off Isaiah Simmons, one of the three linebackers that we use. They're all on the defensive side, so they're producing more. So I think there is, but I think it's kind of just normal coach friction. Like, come on, guys. And there's arguments. Of course, there's gonna be arguments. But the thing is, he said there's friction, but is the friction involving lack of respect? Do they not respect each other? Do they not want to work with each other? You can work with people. You can work with people you have friction with if there's respect, because at the end of the day, friction can dissipate. Friction can just just die. Because if there's still respect there, that's what happens. So that was the biggest story coming out of this week, because the game was a goose egg. It was a non-factor. The biggest factor is we dropped to 6 in the draft. We're looking like we're out of the hunt for a quarterback. So we have to move to other positions, probably wide receiver. Around 6, you could draft Malik Neighbors. He's I think the best receiver in the draft that people are talking about. Him and Rome Odunze out of Washington. Rome Odunze are like 1 and 2. Malik Neighbors leads the nation in catches, receiving yards, and I think is second in touchdowns. So and you know what? New York drafting an LSU kid. I've seen that before.
When I showed you that picture of Bo Nix in a Giants uniform, it looked really good.
Yeah. You can keep thinking that it's not going to happen, though. Because this QB class, you can flip. Over my dead body.
Why? Well, I mean, it was a very Giants thing to do. It took Daniel Jones.
It's not. That's a Dave Gettleman thing.
It took Daniel Jones when nobody else is going to take him that high.
Exactly. That's David Gettleman. This is not David Gettleman.
So it would be a very Giants thing to do.
Well, guess what? My Giants are run by Joe Shane, and he comes from Buffalo, who they always took the best player available. That's 1 year they once drafted 3 straight defensive linemen. Shout out to you, Joe Shane. All right. Let's flip it on the other side. The other boys in blue. The Cowboys had a great Thursday night game against the Seattle Seahawks at home in Dallas. The game, I believe, was great. Well, it was phenomenal. I mean, I quite enjoyed it. Cowboys, I believe. Cowboys 41, Seahawks 35. Caleb, what happened? What was going on? Was your defense exposed finally?
I mean, it seemed like it. I mean, because they just played completely awful. They were terrible. For most of the game. Obviously, like we were talking before, playing, he got cooked. I mean, there's no other way to spin it. He was getting burned badly against DK Metcalf, so badly that they had to switch him onto a different receiver. Because we at least good on them for making the adjustment and not just keep letting them get burned like that, and actually making an adjustment and trying to stop bleeding there. But in the crucial moments, they still stood up. They made plays that they had to, and they fended off the Seahawks offense when we had to. It was on the we stopped them to force them to kick the field goal that they missed. We stopped them at the end of the game at the end of the game with Marcus Lawrence making a great play on him. to stop the run on Charbonnet. And then on the next drive, we stopped them again with Michael Parsons getting right to him, and he had nowhere to throw the ball because DeMarcus Lawrence was on the running back. So another great play by D-Law. And then we stopped them again when DeMar Bland at least, had a little bit of a comeback and made that great interception on Gene Smith. Gene Smith. So those moments, they had good moments in the game. They just, for most of the game, they were just the Seahawks offense was doing whatever they wanted. Basically, Gino was really good, and just good on. I have to give credit to the Seahawks game plan because they just exploited every weakness that we had. Obviously they probably saw what happened in the previous week with Curtis Samuel, catching all caps of balls on plan. So they saw that as an opportunity, like we can go after this guy. He may be making his picks, but he consistently gives up some plays there. So they definitely exploited that. They exploited tough running, going at our linebackers that are a little on the obviously on the light side and just hitting them hard with Charbonnet. Wasn't going for a lot of yards, but kind of just hammering them. So that another exploited weakness. And and then just our pass rush, just counting our pass rush with quick balls, quick slants, getting the ball out of Gino's hand, countering the pass rush so they couldn't get to Gino as much as they wanted to. And so that they were just exploiting every weakness that we had, and I just had to give credit to the Seahawks offense game plan. They did a great job against us. I really just got to give credit to them. But I mean, our defense.
I heard it was a flag fest, Caleb.
It was awful officiating.
Cleet Blakeman, I believe,
and not just for us. For them, I thought they had horrible calls going their way too. I thought there was some pass interference that we got that screwed them, but we also got some bull crap that went their way. So I think it was kind of even. I mean, there was 19 penalties altogether. It was horribly efficient.
So 19 penalties, 257 yards altogether. I think that was the when I was reading the recap of these games, the biggest thing they're like, oh yeah, the game was good, but like Cleet Blakeman's team just kept throwing flags all the place, and that was the key. I saw a lot of Rico Daddle. They're mixing the running backs. Do you think that is really benefiting you guys now that you're using a new committee and Rico Daddle is becoming kind of like that other running back they're using in like the Zeke role?
Yeah, I mean, we need to use him more. I thought that's why we couldn't get into the end zone, as we only got like half the time. We scored touchdowns in the red zone. We need to use him more. I mean, we sitting there using Pollard in those tough running spots. I didn't really understand why we just going with Pollard up the middle like that. Obviously, we saw when Pollard went on the outside, it was a lot more effective, just like it was last year. But I don't know. I don't understand why we keep just running Pollard up the middle for no game. Just doesn't make much sense to me. If you're going to run up the middle, put Daddle out there. At least be able to lean forward and get some positive yardage. But I wish that, like I said, I wish they would make some any even more than they are, because we see more carries from Pollard than we did previous games, because previous like 4 games he was only getting like 12 carries a game. We saw him with 20 carries this game, so definitely different. A lot more running we did in this game, along with all the passing we did. But
do you think this is Jeremy Miller? Shout out to you, Jeremy. Rico's is good, but running back should be a main priority in the draft. Should it be?
I thought that was. I thought it was. We should have drafted one this year. I told you we should have got rid of both Pollard and Zeke before the draft even happened, and just draft one of the top guys. I mean, obviously I didn't think Bijan and the Gibbs were gonna be that high, but I would even if A-Chain came to us, I mean, I would be fine with that.
Well, no, honestly, Caleb, you could have done you could have done it like this. You could have drafted Devon A-Chain, and then you could have drafted Zach Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet, who was against you this week, and y'all could have gotten rid of the other two. I think y'all would have been a perfect team for the double rookie running back draft, where you drafted two rookies and let them, like, hey, let's go.
But that's what I said. We said that earlier this year.
Yes.
I said that's exactly what we should do, and they decided just to tag Pollard and just keep him as a lone back there doing.
But then, like,
getting all the carries.
But then the problem is, like, you just did draft a rookie running back, but y'all just drafted Deuce Vaughn. You know what I mean? And y'all you haven't played him really. So, like, that pick, I don't know if that is like a wasted pick, or you guys have something for Deuce Vaughn later on.
It was kind of a wasted pick when you already have Devontae Turpin. You already have that small gadget type of guy, so it didn't. And who returns the ball better than Deuce Vaughn. He's a return guy, and that's Deuce Vaughn's role. But he can't have that role, so we don't play him. So it was a little bit of a wasted pick, but obviously it was a sentimental pick considering his dad works with Cowboys.
Is his dad is he the head of college scouting, or is he one of the college scouts?
I'm not sure if he's the head of it. I mean, he's one of the scouts, but I'm not sure if he's the head of it though.
Yeah, because y'all could have drafted Zach Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet, man,
like you said,
he is. I loved him in college. I loved him, man. He's a strong runner. He runs downhill. He looks for contact a little bit, and I think man, he could have been a Cowboy. Y'all could have done that double thing. The double thing.
I mean, that's why I said that before. Like, I just didn't understand why we were just going with Tony Pollard by himself. Didn't make much sense to me. But in this game, offense obviously was helped out the defense. I mean, we won time of possession. We were just sending long drives. That was the only kind of rest of the defense was getting there. But just going to get into what Dak did. Dak's been playing awesome, and he just played awesome again. Like, I mean, he was making throws that were just incredible, just between two guys, just putting right on the mark. The touchdown to CD, but just throws it over the top so he can go and get it. Just great throws by Dak. In the play where he was getting sacked, he had a guy wrapped around him. He gets him off of him. He goes out, rolls out, and throws a perfect pass to Tolbert on the sideline. That was an amazing play. That was a great play by him. I mean, he's just hot. He's just so hot right now with the way the play. And he's got like such confidence in his throws, like more confidence than I ever seen him have, because it's always been a problem with him seeing the defense getting surprised and kind of throwing that bad interception. But I think he's seen it great. Like, he's making the decisive decision of where he wants to go with it. He's confidence and arm to get it there. It's just. I mean, it's like he can do no wrong here. He's making great decisions, using his legs. He was, even on the run, you saw him flexing on the dude. He just got all that confidence in him to make the play. And I got that confidence that he can make the play, and he did that in this game, making the plays that he needed to do to win the game. He got us down there, he got the touchdown to Ferguson, and we took the lead that way. And that's another guy, Ferguson. We've been talking about this tight end group, and he's finally showed up,
he's separating himself. He's separating himself.
Yeah, and it said, he's this tight end. He's the reliable tight end that we've been needing. And I think he showed that with the great play. I mean, he was leaping over guys. He made the great catch for the touchdown. He was making some really excellent plays.
Was that one over Jamal Adams?
I'm not sure who was. What was it? He was one of the DBs. But yeah, he leaped right over him. So yeah, he was even talking trash to the guy when he finally got hit. So yeah, it was just kind of and that just comes from the whole what Dak has been doing. Dak was talking shit, and then you have the other guys talking shit. It just kind of builds a whole kind of confidence in the whole offense that we're going to sit there and we're going to make plays. So yeah, and obviously CD's been CD. He's been great. I mean, we all know that. He's been doing his thing out there. The thing that wasn't good was Mike McCarthy's decision making. My God, I mean, what the hell are you thinking? I mean, two stupid ass decisions. One after the interception of Deron Bland, we get it right in their territory, and you decide to go for it on fourth down. We need points on that. We can't waste that interception. We can't waste that turnover. We're just completely wasting it if we don't get any points out of this possession. And you sit there, go for it, we don't get it, and then it's basically wasted. It's a wasted turnover in a game that's very crucial, going back and forth every single time.
But Caleb, Caleb,
there's no but and I say it's bad because we can't stop them. We can't stop them. So we need points. We need points on the board to keep pace with them.
I see where you are, Caleb, but they get the first down if he catches the ball. That's first down. He drops it.
Yeah, I'm not. It was a good play call. I'm not saying it wasn't. It was a good play call, but it was a bad decision. I think it was a bad decision. You need.
But what if you get it? What if you get it?
Obviously,
what if you got no? This thing. No, but that's the thing, Caleb. That I
still believe it's a bad decision, even if you get it.
You still believe it, even if you got it. You still believe it.
If you got it, it's still a bad decision. You need points.
Yeah, because most of the time in the media, Caleb, where when coaches do stuff like this, is your response is if he gets it, and then you guys go down and score, they're talking about how Mike McCarthy, gutsy, he took the guts, he went for it, he believed in his players. But then there's the other side. If he didn't get it,
all that is true. All that for
it's CeeDee Lamb's fault. He should have caught the ball. He should have caught the ball, man.
All that is true. It's still a bad decision, in my opinion. It was still a bad decision because I still believe you in this type of game, in this situation. Not all the situations are going to be the same. Not all points. Like if our defense was great, okay, it would have been. I would say, okay, I trust you. But the fact that we were giving points up every single drive, they did not punt the ball. There's no telling you. There's no saying that you're just going to let them go down the field and score a touchdown. So you need those 3 points at least.
I see where it's coming. You need points in a game where you don't trust your defense. So you need the points. You need to get the 3. It would be 30-28. So you got points. So I agree. I agree. It was a bad decision in that case. But I'm just saying,
And then
Jeremy. Jeremy. Yeah, I know, Jeremy. But he gets that first down because if CeeDee Lamb catches it, he gets the first down. No, the only Caleb's still saying it's a bad decision, but he's not. He's saying it in his mind. He's saying it in his mind. You know what I mean? But I bet you every Cowboys fan, if he got it and you scored, every Cowboys were like, look at the guts on Mike McCarthy. Look at the guts on him.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I would have said you playing with fire.
You're playing with fire. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. But like, see,
it worked out, but
it works. Yeah. But you're right. Take the points in the game that's becoming a shootout. It's 28-27 in the third quarter, and neither defense is stopping anybody. So yeah, I agree. I agree with you. You take the points but the thing is, Caleb, do you take the 3 or do you go for the 6? Speaking of points, right?
Yeah. But you just need points. I mean, I just don't like wasting. You get the great, and it's also about the momentum swinging in your favor. The fact that you get the interception right there, you already have all the energy on your side, and then if you go at least score points, you keep that wave going on. You keep that confidence up. But now that you just gave it up and you completely wasted. Well, now you feel like shit. Now it's like, oh, I just intercepted for nothing. We didn't do anything with it.
I should have ran it back like I used to.
It brings it, so it brings that level of confidence back down. It's like, oh shit, now we have to go back out there and do it again. You don't keep that same energy up, and that's why it was even more important.
On a note for the Seahawks, the following play with Noah Fant, what a great catch by Noah Fant on Jerron Kearse. That was insane.
That was another thing that I didn't mention. Yeah. The safeties were god awful in this game. My goodness, we were talking about it earlier. All three of them were terrible. They just were covering air. for most of the game.
Yeah, just
They
covering
they
grass.
I mean they weren't making the time. They weren't coming up making stops when we needed them. Um, they all three of them were just bad. They did not help Bland on the DK Metcalf slant play. He would have caught it, but at least he would have been stopped at a certain point. Just bad play by all three of the safeties.
Jeremy,
But
we're talking about the safeties, not the corners. So Trayvon Diggs is a non-factor in safeties. So
yeah, Trayvon needs to take some gambles too. So I mean, there's no telling what they can get. It's up in there. Obviously, we'd help a lot if we had, but I think one of the guys in the secondary who did play really well was Jordan Lewis. I thought he was playing great in the slot. But yeah, just to get to the next bad decision by Mike McCarthy was in that final drive that we had the ball. He decides to go for a pass instead of running the ball and running down the time even more. That was stupid. I don't know what you're doing throwing a fade. A fade is a very low chance of getting the ball, catchable ball, and you're going for a touchdown. Why are you doing that? Why are you even going for a touchdown in that position? Because just getting the first down is worth more than the touchdown. The first down wins the game. The touchdown keeps the game going on. So why are you even trying to get the touchdown in that situation? That's a stupid ass call. What you should have done was run the ball, get a couple yards. Even if you don't get the first down, you should have ran it again and go for a fourth down and then try to get it then. And then they would have had all that time to go back down the field. But the fact that you threw the ball and a fade route to try to get a touchdown, that was just stupid. It just makes no sense of anything going in our favor there. So yeah, that was dumb. But like I said, the defense made the play up. I guess he trusted his defense to make one stop, which they did. They stopped the Seahawks from getting any points there, but still bad decision.
All right, Caleb, let's preview next week for the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, by the way, Chris Vaughn, the assistant director of college scouting. So he's the second man in the college scouting department.
I mean, do we want to preview? We can preview one on Friday.
Huh? What's up?
We can preview on Friday.
No, for you. Cowboys.
I know we can preview. I mean, we can preview both games on Friday.
Oh yeah, because you're not playing Sunday.
Yeah, we're not playing Sunday, so we don't have to preview next week. We can preview.
Yeah, we don't have to preview
Friday.
Yeah. Okay then. Show's over. There it is.
Yeah, it's for your ending. But.
Yeah, that's show. We ain't got to preview nothing. We're on a bye week. You don't play Sunday, so we're previewing nothing. Oh, I do want to talk about what Jamal Adams is whack self. So Jamal Adams.
Oh yeah, and that. Well, before we get to that, I did one thing. Was the Shacklin stuff. Once again, that a little bit. Obviously, we saw the defense played. So any help what we can get would definitely help. Obviously Shaq Leonard's
a player that Shaq Leonard.
Yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not saying he's the player he used to be. But honestly, the way we just played, anything is going to help. Especially with our linebacking core, with Leighton Vander Esch being out and Marquise Bell being way underweight for being in the position. He's definitely going to help, even if he's not the same player. I think I'll take any help we can get, honestly, at this point.
Yeah. So Jake Ferguson catches the game at that moment. What was the game? Like not catch because, so they go up with the lead. It's 36-35. And Jake Ferguson, shout out to Jake Ferguson, makes a great play off of it was basically kind of like a wheel route. Jamal Adams literally sees Jake Ferguson catch the ball in front of him. And, that happens, right? So you think everything's good. And then, I think Connor Hughes, I believe, think it was Connor Hughes. He just quote tweets and says yikes. And then Jamal Adams then quote tweets that tweet with yikes with a picture of Connor Hughes' wife. And he didn't like listen, I'm saying like Connor Hughes like didn't personally insult you. It wasn't a personal insult. He just said yikes. And you know what? It was yikes, bro. Like you let him catch the touchdown in front of you. You didn't jump the route. You didn't make a play. You got beat. You got beat bad. It was bad. And you made it personal. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm a big fan of the players. Like I think players don't have a lot of autonomy and I think they should speak up more. And I kind of defend them most of the time. But this is punk stuff. This is you being a punk, and that's not cool. Because I saw it today and I wanted to get my, like, you know what I mean? Like, I know my opinion doesn't mean anything because I'm a random YouTuber I'm a random Giants YouTuber on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, why, your opinion means nothing. You're right. My opinion does mean nothing. But you a punk, dog. Like,
that's how he should have thought about the other guy's opinion. That's what he should have thought about the yikes too.
Yeah, just to keep it moving. But you wanted to insult someone's wife. That's how you want to do it. You know what I mean? That's not cool. You know what I mean? And you know what? It is a yikes, bro. It's a yikes. You're lucky you're not playing for the Jets anymore. Because if that was you in a Jets uniform, everyone on sports radio on Friday, the following day, everyone on WFAN, everyone on ESPN New York, everybody, they would eviscerate you, dog. They would put you in a barbecue and skewer you and say, how the hell do you allow Jake Ferguson to beat you for a touchdown? You're Jamal Adams. You're Jamal Adams, not knowing that you've lost a step and you stink at coverage. You're a linebacker. Why are you still, you know what I mean? You're a blitzing linebacker. Shoot, play defensive end. Everyone has made it very clear that people think you're a liability in coverage. They think you're a liability. Do I know you're a liability? No, because you know why? Because I don't watch Jamal Adams play. You know why I don't watch Jamal Adams play, Caleb? Because he's barely played over the last 3 years. And that's yeah. And that's bad. Did Jake push off? I didn't see a push off.
No,
it could be from.
I mean, he had his hand on him, but there was no extension of
that's nothing.
It more
I'll check the all 22 later on, and then I'll talk about it next week. But yeah, man, that's not cool, dog. That's not cool. That's not cool, man. That's not cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all the information. I did watch Hard Knocks a little bit today. It's pretty heartbreaking, Caleb, because they're previewing the Friday night game of the Jets Dolphins. That Friday night game. And one of the persons they're highlighting in Hard Knocks is Jalen Phillips, and they're showing you how he's this nice dude. He's more than just the monster 6'4" defensive end that crushes people. He has a cat. He's a lovely person, and knowing that the end of Hard Knocks is always the game, and knowing in the game he ruptures his Achilles just makes the episode sadder. You know what I mean? Just like you like, you know what I mean? Because like, I know this dude is about to have the worst day of his life again. He's about to have the worst day in his NFL career at that moment. And it was kind of sad. It was kind of sad. A lot of people don't like Mike McDaniel now because they see him in Hard Knocks and they think he's like weird in a bad way or like kind of corny or forced. This is Mike McDaniel. Like, this is Mike McDaniel. This has been Mike McDaniel for like years. And if you didn't know this, then you weren't paying attention. Dude sound weird. Yeah, like dude has little like weird intricacies. This has been him. You know what I mean? It's like when people were like, oh, Coach Prime is a little like he's too cocky. He's a little bit arrogant. He's kind of an a-hole. Yeah, he's been like that since 1985. Are you shocked? You know what I mean? I'm not shocked by Deion acting this way. I'm not shocked that Mike McDaniel acts this way because this is them. This is them. You know, and when people get more successful, people hate them. That's what happens. That's what happens. People be like, "Oh man, Dabo Sweeney, that's been Dabo Sweeney forever. He's been like that forever. It's just now you guys are paying more attention. You're paying more attention, right? People are like, yo, why does this person act this way? Because you're paying more attention now, and now you're not like you like it's like when you're in a relationship with a girl, Caleb, and you kind of like her early on, but then you're like in a deep committed relationship. You probably got married, and she does little things that now irritate you, but you kind of let it go beginning on because you wanted to keep dating her and probably wanted to marry her. But now, due to the fact that you're together forever, you're like, yo, man, you need to stop doing that. I don't like the way you chew chips. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like the way you chew chips. That annoys me. That's what Mike McDaniel is. I don't really like the way you talk. That's how he talks. Since forever. I don't know why I made that analogy, but that was a funny analogy, though. Right?
He talks like he's trying to force it out. He's there. Oh, this is out of his voice.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's like when you talk to your girl, you're like, hey man, why do you gotta eat pasta like that? That's weird. You know what I mean? That's never happened to me. Because I've never dated anybody. I don't date. Has that happened to you, Caleb?
No.
No? Okay. All right.
No.
All right, Caleb, where can people find you, my man?
You can find me at NFL Caleb 22 on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me on this channel on betting the NFL every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, making you guys money with my 5 best bets of the week. I'm going to have a winning week this week, so please tune in for that if you like making money.
All right, y'all. My name is Faris Muthana. From me at Faris Muthana on Twitter. From me here every Friday, 3 o'clock Pacific. We talk NFC East, Cowboys, Giants, as well as on our entertainment show today at 8 o'clock. Me and Adelia, we're having a special open table where we're talking music, man. We're talking music. We have a couple category of musics of musicians we've listened to over the years. So make sure to swing by. We may ask you in the chat to participate. What musicians you like? What musicians you mess with? So we're just talking music, man. It's all music. And me and Adelia, we come from 2 different worlds. And we will probably have some overlap or probably not have a lot of overlap. So we'll see about that. So everyone have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. And see y'all next time. Stay safe. Be kind. And go watch some football, baby. Woo.